Welcome back to the life on my homestead. It is end of July, so it's time to do the July's garden tour. I would like to start a tour in this area where most of the winter squashes, gherkins and pumpkins are. As you can see, this area is filled up beautifully compared to the last two garden tours. So yeah, I'm really happy. All the foliage looks lush, beautiful dark green. Just what I'd like to see. No sign of powdery mildew at all so far. So yeah, all doing really well. In this side I have got a rocket pumpkin, two sunshine squash. I can show you, there is one squash in here, looks beautiful, round and yellow in colour inside there. And I've got quite a few growing alongside. I've got a cucumber in here, so small cucumbers. Alongside here I've got gherkins and okra. Okra is very small still. So I've got gold honey pumpkin here. Pumpkin, yeah. I've got 3 crown prince winter squash. In the back there a few butternut squash. Early winter I've got old ball white pumpkin, another pumpkin here, and a curry squash. So they haven't set fruit yet, most of them. They're full of flowers. However, we've got quite a few pumpkins growing now. They're still tiny, and there's another one there. But yeah, it's end of July, so we've got hopefully another 2 months till they can reach us. I've got something here as well that looks like a pumpkin. I think that's the rocket pumpkin, quite a few, because now they've started trailing. So actually this pumpkins starts in the back, so this is gonna be by end of August a jungle. So yeah, I'm very happy. I've also decided to put all along marigolds. They are coming to flower now beautifully. And I have got sunflowers in the back. Few of them now in flower, beautiful. And I have planted quite a few tomatoes as an experiment. Yeah, some of them are setting fruit, so they're growing. And it looks really lush and nice, lovely green color. Okay, let's move along. I've been using my homemade compost. I've not had to buy compost this year, so I am really happy about that. This is a red hot poker, it's gone over now. That mess in the kind of the middle, it's the tansy, what's been battered by the wind and a heavy rain we had a few weeks ago. But they now beautifully come to flower and they've got medicinal properties. A few sorrel, calendula. This is called the poached egg plant. They've got beautiful flowers. These little yellow insects, bees love it. Few nasturtium along here. That's my herb garden jungle with full of mint, mullein, the long with yellow flowers, tansy in the back, some echinacea and sage, thyme and all sorts in there. It's a proper jungle. This side of the fence I have got 2 varieties of peas, what they just finishing off. The Norley sugar pea is gone over, so I need to remove all that. I've got 2 rows of mixed red and white onions, but they are now falling over, so they are starting to pull them up very soon. I've got 2 rows of beetroots growing slowly there. They're a bit shaded, so I need to be careful next year. This is my ambassador pea that's produced so much peas this year. Okay, so in these 2 tunnels, I've harvested now most of the cabbages. I've got 2 beautiful big cabbages I'm doing sauerkraut today. And in the back, the covered one, I've got broccoli, what I'm harvesting now. I've got red cabbage, looking really good, and 2 greyhound, the cone shaped. If you come closer though, whichever, just looks so pretty and healthy. So really nice. So I've already poured some my homemade compost, get ready for the next crop. So I will be putting some more brassicas out, but will be ready hopefully next spring. In this tunnel I have got 4 plants, what I've transplanted, so a couple of months ago, transplanted this month. Purple sprouting broccoli, Savoy cabbage, Brussels sprouts and greyhound cabbage. And this is my flower jungle. I've got all sorts growing here. This beautiful gladioli is now coming into flower. Can you see purple, white, yellow flowers? All the orange, all the calendulas, beautiful. Dahlia, that's one plant, that's huge, beautiful. Dahlia, some onion gone to flower, those ball looking ones, beautiful. Jerusalem artichokes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 right in the back. Look at this sunflower, it's forming so many heads. Wow. I've got, what else I've got in here? Still got some poppies, borage, lettuce gone to seed now, salad rockets. I've got some volunteer potatoes in a few places, fennel. Yeah, love it. I love my jungle. Some dill growing here. Chard, look how pretty this color. It's yellow. I've sown rainbow chard, so they're all sorts of colors. Oh, I love this gladiola as well. How nice. Okay, this is the tunnel. I've had onion and garlic all along here on both sides, what I've harvested now, and now I've put gherkins out and a few lettuces to harvest. Sweet peas, I still need to pick all these sweet peas because they are going to seed now. They smell gorgeous. So my plan was on both sides of the tunnel I've planted direct sown beans. That should be my bean tunnel. So I've done, I don't know how many, six or 7 different varieties of peas. So let's say I've put 20 this side, exactly the same 20 this side, and so on. So my plan was that they grow and meet in the middle and then look like just a jungle. What didn't work so well in this first bit, but if you come along, the middle section worked really well. So I've got runner beans with a red flower, runner beans on both sides, on half of the middle section, and the other half I've got butter beans with the white flowers. That's the most prolific. So I will be harvesting this as the beans, like that, a little bit bigger. I'll wait till they double the size of this or triple. I don't know. It's gonna be our first harvest soon, love. And then the butter beans I'm gonna harvest as when they dry and the beans inside the pod. And the last section is different varieties of runner beans. Again, they come in nicely along. The missing sections are the ones what can't do much about it. The slugs or the mice had it. Should have had some meter beans, yellow pole beans, purple beans. I've still got a few and slowly coming up, but not as good as I've hoped. Behind me in this tunnel, a double tunnel I've got 6 cabbages of golden acre, and the second half I've got half carrots and half parsnip. And the last section in here, this is my 2 sister bed instead of the 3. 3 sister would have been corn, bean and squash. I've not put squash in there, so I've got the corn and the beans. And again, I had to sow them quite a few times. I direct sown them this year as an experiment. I've direct sowed loads of things, and I was successful in some things, but I wasn't successful some other things. So it is in the mix in these sweet corns. I don't even know which row is which sweet corn, to be honest, so we'll have to wait and see. But I am happy now. They're all doing well, growing nicely. And the beans, I'm gonna have some beans on them. Okay, I've planted out 4 swede as an experiment in here. It's not gonna be covered. Let's see if that's gonna survive and produce. Snapdragons coming to flower, beautiful. And I've got cabbages in here as well, and kohlrabi. What I've been harvesting now is delicious. My flower arch has been doing really well this year. Doesn't look so pretty at the moment, but it has been really, really pretty. Full of roses and sweet peas on it. And this is my sweet pea wall. This is the perennial sweet pea, so this hasn't got scent, but it's very prolific in flower. And this side of the garden, I have got lots of poppies. What we are waiting now till they go brown and dry, so you can hear the seed inside. That's when you can harvest it. I've got lots of dill now going to seed. I've got some volunteer stuff growing in here, like tomatoes and calendula. I've got the poached egg plant in here, carnation, and I've got some onions in there growing. This is the salad, the lettuce bed. It's been really prolific, really lots of lettuce we had. They slowly now they're going to seed. And if we move along, that's the other half of the parsnip, and some lettuce in here, some more flowers and dill, calendula jungle, and celeriac with onions. Okay, and the last bit is, that's where I had the potatoes. I've harvested now most of the potatoes. I had a very good crop. I've left 2 rows of the purple potatoes. They're not ready, they're main crop. I've got some sorrel on the end in that little square meter. And so after we've harvested the potatoes, I've already replaced the area. I've put fresh compost down, and I've put cabbages. This I've got in here 3, 4, 5, 6 red cabbages all along here, calibos, and I've got quite a few in the last section. So I've got 2 purple sprouting broccoli, 2 cauliflower, 2 Brussels sprouts, and 2 calabrese. And the last section, the double tunnel, I've got purple sprouting broccoli, one from last year is still harvest, some volunteering potatoes, few cabbage growing there nicely, and then in here I've got 2 rows of carrots, 1 Savoy cabbage, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cauliflower. So that's it, and this beautiful sunflower. So this is the garden tour in July. Oh, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you back in August. Bye.